Welcome back to another episode of Football Manager here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. Our form seemed like it was turning around most recently, and then it didn't. So, back-to-back defeats against Spurs in two different competitions on top of a frustrating loss to Brentford in the Carabao Cup means we're still solidly mid-table in the Premier League, but with games today against Wolves and Burnley hoping to reignite our Premier League revival. And then it's Barcelona in the Champions League, so that'll go how that goes. And then it's Arsenal in the Premier League after that, so that'll go how that goes. But if we can at least get the wins in the first two games, then I'm not going to be so frustrated about the next two. We're having to rest Cole Palmer here for this one, bench only for him. Everyone else is fully fit and starting. Reece James is getting the nod. He hasn't recently had a lot of football. Wolves are starting a 5-back, 5-2-3-1 or 5-2-2-1 even, sorry. But they're 8th in the table, so actually Wolves are half decent here. But we've got to be winning games like this. Gentlemen, it's Wolves. Do I need to say much more? It's Wolves. That's not in terms of match rating. You just, square it. There are 3 people there just waiting to tap home into an empty net. Jamie! How many times have I got to tell you, mate? Square the bloody football. I feared that changing the side so much for the game against Brentford in the Cup would disrupt our form. But I wanted to make sure that I rested those first team players so they didn't become too fatigued. And I didn't overload them with the amount of football they were playing. But it has disrupted our form and the flow of the game and the flow of the team, and it's a 0-0 draw at home against Wolves, which despite a lot of chances and limiting them to barely anything, it's still not good enough. Disappointed that we didn't win. Cole Palmer looked to switch off. Cole's already had enough this season. He's starting to be not the only one, actually, as it happens. We're up to 13th. Oh, woo! I know you're under some pressure right now, so I thought this would be nice of you to see this sort of public support. Chelsea's under-pressure manager, Chris Wood, continues to struggle at Stamford Bridge. With things not quite going to plan at Chelsea, reports of his demise may be premature at the moment. But with little public support from figures at the club, Wood will be hoping for a swift turnabout in fortune. Chelsea have disappointed so far, struggling for results early in the season. The club will be hoping for their form to improve. Only hope this vote of confidence is the type that ends up with Wood being sacked next week. Oh, yikes. Glad we're backing Wood. Classy move from the club. Haven't made my mind up whether I want Wood sacked or not. Probably best to give him more time, though. Be honest, I didn't realise the board were that... board had decided they were that unhappy with me, actually. But they have suddenly decided that they're very disappointed. It's not long ago that they were satisfied still. But all of a sudden they've just suddenly decided, right, we're far enough into the season that now it's like we've just crossed the threshold and they've gone, yeah, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. We're absolutely furious. Right. Shit. I mean, a win against Wolves would have really bloody helped. We now, and with Barcelona and Arsenal on the horizon, I will be completely honest with you here. I think I might get sacked today. Please win and win well, otherwise I might be getting my P45 handed to me. And I don't really want that. Dubravka, Walker, Esteve, Humphreys, Hartman, Laurent and Luis, or Laurent and Florentino holding. Shuana, Fleming, Edwards and Broyer up top. Broyer, obviously a former Chelsea player. He's their top goal scorer with 4. Quite frankly, I... go out and ensure there are no doubts as to why we are the convincing side. Why we are the favourites. Performance has been better than results, absolutely. Have you found the recent schedule tough going? It's always difficult. Every game's difficult at this level. Goes without saying that there are no easy games in the Prem. Although, should have beaten bloody Wolves. So, yikes! If we don't win this, then regardless of what happens with Barcelona and Arsenal, I might even make it as far as Arsenal. I think if we don't win this, I'm in real trouble. We've had less than 40% possession of late. I'm going to drop, not to balanced, but to positive. So I feel like on occasion we have actually been better at positive than we have at attacking. Esteval destroys his man. Just pull it back! God, that's not a new FM frustration. Year on, year out, I always find myself screaming at my wingers, pull it back. Stop shooting, pull it back to the 2 or 3 teammates that are sat there in the pocket waiting for a tap-in. Please! Broja. Oh, keeps! Armando Broja from outside the box. Oh, I'm going to get sacked. I'm going to get sacked. Oh, man. Really? From there? He's even side-footed it. Oh, no. They've just decided that they don't want it, haven't they? Basically, the players. They've just decided, you know what? Nah. I was worried about Barcelona and Arsenal before my job was even in question. I might not even make it as far as the first of the two to get the sack by losing to Barca, because we might be about to lose to bloody Burnley! You've been terrible. You're absolute shithouses. How can you be really good and then just all of a sudden, because I didn't play some of you against Brentford, now you're shite? That's not how it works. Is it going to be yet another case of Chelsea players downing tools for whoever it is that's in charge and getting said man sacked? I'm starting to feel very much like Graham Potter. Very much like insert Chelsea manager from the past decade. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Pull it back. Pull it back. I don't know how. Like, Cole Palmer stood there. He's like, hello. Pull it back to him. Oh, come on. Trevor Chalobah with the header from the corner. 5 minutes into the second half, the start we needed. We should have scored from the open play before the corner, but at least we've put away the set piece. We've not scored many corners. There might even be only the second we've actually scored in such a fashion, but we'll bloody take it. Now go and score 3 more, please. It's good football. Cucurella's committed himself. It's not good enough. Thankfully, not punished yet. I mean, I'd be tempted to maybe push... Tempted to push Enzo a bit further forward. Push Enzo a bit further forward in here. Play him slightly differently. Play midfield playmaker. Rather than 2 deeper midfielders, maybe one guy sat slightly deeper and an offset midfield central 2 is actually something that could create a few more chances for us. As long as Lavia is disciplined enough in his role that he doesn't go walkabouts and cost me a player in the midfield picking up some space. Bro is going for it, but that's going well wide. I'm asking a lot of Lavia here, considering his relative inexperience at the top level. But in a game like this, he absolutely should be able to cope with it. It'll be the big games where I wouldn't expect him necessarily to step up to the plate in that sort of position or with that sort of role. But oh, go on, Malo. Oh, Jesus, really? That's your first touch? That's your first touch. Gift. Burnley might just have saved me getting the sack there by gifting us the ball. I mean, don't ask me what Malo Gusto's touch was there, because I can't tell you. But straight to Esteval, I don't even, you can't. There's no explaining that. I'll take it though, thank you. 2-1. Well, the final whistle went without really much more action after the Joao Pedro goal. I needed that gift, and you do feel like it's probably prolonging the inevitable at this stage, but we've gotten 3 points. And, whoa, there has been a sacking as a result of the Burnley-Chelsea game, but it's not me. Oh. It's not me. we've cost Scott Parker his job. It was El Sacico. Yikes. We're headed in the right direction. It's just that now I've got Barcelona. Your coach, John Terry's been linked with the job at Wrexham. They're disappointed with how things are going in the league, basically. To be fair, in the Champions League, they only wanted me to be competitive. So losing to Barca actually might not get me sacked. It's the Premier League. It's the Premier League that's the issue. That's where they're disappointed with me. So actually, I could afford to lose to Barca, and it won't cost me my job. It shouldn't cost me my job. It might, considering the situation we're in. But then, when we inevitably lose to Arsenal, then I will lose my job. Fuck. Right, here is Barcelona's lineup then. Juan Garcia, Casado, Garcia, Martin, and Balde. Gavi and Pedri sat slightly deeper. Barca midfield pivot of a number 8 and a number 6, certainly. Tingles the old nostalgia bone, doesn't it? Lamine Yamal out on the right, Dani Olmo at cam with Rashford on the left, and Ferran Torres leads the line. No Lewandowski in the squad, so I don't know whether he is potentially injured at all. Once now I'm here, can I actually see their squad? No, you can't actually go to, once you're far enough along, you can't actually go to the squad screen, which is another frustration with the new UI, but it is what it is. Right, so we'll address the team, and, well, the underdogs, I'll say, just go and give the fans something to cheer. I'll send my assistant to this one. At this stage, I'm not really wanting to talk to the media too much, quite frankly. I just want to get games done and dusted and find out what my future's going to be. First highlight is an offensive Chelsea one. We start off in the box. Palmer and Enzo linking up. Enzo, we have moved. Whoa, that would have been unbelievable. Enzo, we have moved into that, as you can see here, that kind of offset midfield 2. So hopefully that works for this one. I would probably have preferred to play Caicedo in a game of this magnitude, but he's suspended because he got booked in every single one of the first 3 Champions League phase games. So he's unavailable, unfortunately. Well done, Mark. That was superb, Mr. Kukureya. Fantastic. Thank you. Inter 1, Dortmund 1. We haven't ever gotten ourselves into the top 8 of the Champions League phase. We've always just been sat in the kind of 9th to 24 section. Good save, Robert Sanchez. So it's enough to get us through to the playoffs, so to speak. But like we saw from the board menu, it's not really how we're doing in the Champions League that they're really that bothered about. It's the Premier League football that needs to improve. And getting a win against Burnley was massive. If we could have gotten a win against Wolves, then I think the pressure wouldn't be quite so high. But when you don't win Wolves at home, it's not really good enough, is it? I understand why the board might well have seen that as like a final. All right, maybe we do need to consider this guy's situation at the club. But a win against Burnley, albeit it was gifted to us, and now hopefully a decent performance against Barcelona. Oh, they're absolutely bossing possession. And then, fingers crossed. Oh, no, Reece James. I just said to Reece James I'd give him a run of games because he was pissed off at me for not playing much, and now he's injured. Is there anything more Reece James than that? And then we'll just have to wait and see what happens against Arsenal and hope that we can hold on to our job. But there's not really many highlights here against Barcelona so far. Games are certainly going quicker than they were last time I played the game. They're still a little bit long, but I would say we need to see more possession. Fofana appeared to lack belief, apparently. Beno Gittins is having a nightmare of a game. Tactically, I will tweak it. Let's tweak it slightly to try and keep hold of the ball a little bit better. So we'll go shorter with our passing. And we'll just go to holding shape when we lose possession or regain possession, rather than countering. We'll just try and gain a bit more control of the game. Arsenal have just gone 3-0 up against Benfica. Benfica, the side, of course, that we beat 1-0 with an 80th minute goal through Andre Santos. And Arsenal, our next opponents, are absolutely smashing the Portuguese. So we're probably going to end up getting smashed by Arsenal after this and getting sacked. But for now, we're drawing 0-0 away from him against Barcelona. But there is a highlight, and we might end up conceding here anyway. Thank you, Matt, for the raid. Appreciate it, dude. I hope you enjoyed the race yesterday if you were involved. I unfortunately wasn't able to participate yesterday, but hoping to be back for the special event of Indy Can't this upcoming Thursday. And Barcelona have gone and scored. So Ferran Torres makes it 1-0 to them. I might be getting sacked for those of you that just come in from Matt's stream. We are not necessarily doing that well here at Chelsea. Cole Palmer. How the defender hasn't intercepted that, I'm not sure. But at the minute, I don't mind. Bino Gittins. Just... Oh. Was that a push is the question mark. And the answer is yes. Penalty Chelsea. Yep, penalty decided. Torrents unfairly pushed Esteval, which was off the ball. I don't know whether Esteval was trying to follow in. But this is, as far as I can recall, this is our first penalty of the season. Cole Palmer, from the spot, away from home at the Camp Nou, saved. Oh, lordy. Joao Garcia denies us the equaliser from the penalty spot. We have a none from one penalty record so far this season. And now Cole Palmer's picked up a yellow card as well from his frustrations. Fantastic! Oh, it's terrific. It's really good. Yeah, it's definitely a bug. Keeper coming up for the assist from Miss Penn. Enzo with a free kick. Door's gone in! Danny Olmo in goal at the back post. Danny Olmo, 1 goal in 5 matches. The header from Fofana at the back post has looped back over the box. And then rushing in at the back post to try and clear it. What was the near post from the free kick turns into the back post from the chance. Almost rushed in, tried to get there. And he can't. He's just headed it up and into the woodwork. We have equalised here against Barcelona. We might be sneaking a point in the Champions League. Let me waste some time now for the remainder of the game and try and hold on to it. We've definitely been better in that second half. Since we took it off counter-attack and allowed ourselves the chance to just hold possession a little bit, we actually were better. We didn't see many highlights, but the overall flow of the game was more comfortable. It's a bit of luck, but don't mind that. Is there any news you can share about Reece James's injury? I literally don't know anything about it yet, so I can't tell you, I'm afraid. Well, it's a point for us in the Champions League, which is important, so we'll gladly take it. Arsenal at home in 4 days' time will almost certainly, I would imagine, decide my future. Malo Gusto's injured as well. It's just a bruised shin. Reece James has got a moderate calf strain, and he's out for 5 to 7 weeks. Well, I told you could have lots of football, and you've then got yourself injured for 2 months as a result. So well done, Reece. Guess who's now not in the first team anymore? David Raya in goal for Arsenal here. Ben White, Timber, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi and Erdegar with Declan Rice in the midfield 3 with Saka, Martinelli and Gyökeres up top. Ben White in for this one with Saliba dropping out apparently. Maybe Timber was right back for Arsenal's previous game. It won't be easy, but go out and give it everything is what I'll say. Not sure where they are in the league, but obviously significantly higher than we are at the minute. We've not been winning because we haven't been playing well. No, the performances have been all right. The Wolves one was iffy, and obviously Spurs are Spurs, but we're gonna give ourselves a chance. I'm gonna drop off attacking straight away. I should have checked where Arsenal were in the league. There, we're 12th at the minute. Which, to be fair, dare I admit it, is actually the highest we've been for a while. It's at home. We have been decent at home this year, but we haven't faced a test like Arsenal at home for a while actually, because Tottenham was away. Both games against Tottenham were away, League and Champions League, and obviously Barca was away as well. So this is the first test of this calibre we've had at Stamford Bridge for over a month. We just have to wait and see how well we can do in it. Rice in the box for Arsenal here. Squared across. Gyökeres surely can't score from there. He very nearly did. We've kept it out. It is heavy Arsenal pressure in the opening 15. Don't give a pen. Fernandes with a solid enough tackle. You wouldn't imagine it would be any other way, really, with the way things are going so far for the season, that Arsenal would dominate possession here. We did make the same tactical tweaks we made for the second half of the Barca game for the first half of this Arsenal one. But this Arsenal side are similar in capability to that Barca side, really, aren't they? With a bit more experience added in. Barca have got some young players in that team. Is that a foul? Yeah, it is. It really is a great spell of dominance for Arsenal, as they've just said there in commentary. But if we could, this is where I'd want a shout to be able to try and galvanise the team to just relax, just calm. Let's just have a spell of possession where we just, not necessarily go out of our way to try and score, but just stop them from having so much of the ball and take the sting out of their attacks. Cucurella's in the box here. Will he cut it back? He will. And then there's just 700 defenders in the way, so Cole Palmer can't score the goal, unfortunately. But it's more positive. Can we maybe create a second chance? No, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. If you offer me a 0-0 now, for the sake of my job security, I'd absolutely bloody take it, quite frankly. You're just waiting for that one defence-splitting ball. Martinelli out wide. Well in Caicedo. Well in Caicedo again. Twice he's won the ball back there, and twice Martinelli's run away with it, and they've scored as a result. Oh, what can you do? When your players win the ball twice, and still Martinelli runs away, that... he's intercepted there and then just not really shown any sort of inclination to go after the loose ball. That might be the goal that gets us sacked at Chelsea. I think it's gone through Chalova's legs there as well, which makes it even more embarrassing. Havertz. It's given away by Havertz. Right, let's punish them. It's not as much of a gift as Burnley, but we need to take anything we can get right now. Gintons beats his man. Oh, what a block. Really good block. That might have been the only chance we might get to find an equaliser. Malagusto apparently is one booking away from a suspension, but right now I'd rather have Malagusto on the pitch. Oh, come on. Do I make a change? Cole Palmer's having a bit of a dud game, but so is Joao Pedro. I was going to maybe drop Joao Pedro in the gap. I don't really feel like taking Palmer and Pedro off, who are really the only two people to score for me that much this season, is really the answer. I'm going to do Joao Pedro for Liam Delap and hope that Cole Palmer can actually pull his finger out. He's got magic. Palmer could just come up with something out of nothing. And I'm leaving myself in a position, or I am left in the position, where I'm kind of hoping that he does just pull something out of nothing. 3 to go. 2 to go. 1 to go. 5 added on. No highlights here at the end of the game, though. We look like we are going to lose the game and potentially our position in charge of Chelsea Football Club. I say unlucky. Try and keep the morale up, because if I do keep my job, then we're going to want to go on a bit of a run of fixtures after here. I seem to, at the moment, have a job. We are 13th in the Premier League. We're only 4 points off 7th. Like, we're not doing horrendously, but it's just not falling for us at the minute. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep my job here or not at this particular moment in time. But right now, we have to hope that we're still in charge for the next game, which is going to be Leeds away. Leeds, Bournemouth, Atletico Madrid is the next run before we see a home game against Everton. Again, just as was the case at the beginning of today's episode, Leeds and Bournemouth are absolutely winnable games. Yes, they're away, but they're absolutely winnable games. We should have beaten Wolves, really. The league table is tight. So, oh, mate, I don't know. The most important thing is I'm still in a job for now. I'm still in a job for now. But how long that lasts, I couldn't tell you at the minute. Oh, thank you very much for watching this episode on YouTube. Do make sure you drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. We'll have another episode to you as soon as I possibly can get it recorded and out to you, so keep your eyes peeled. But for now, that's all for today's one. Appreciate your support. Wish me luck, won't you?